Is Lauren dead? What did Effie do with her? Is Kane going to kill Lorenzo? Will they finally catch up with the GOAT of global snitching in Mecca? What's going on with Zeke? He's thinking for himself. What's going to happen to him? Man, I got some fire for y'all this episode. Welcome back to SYB TV. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button and tap that notification bell to always receive more uploads. Let's get to it. So the episode starts off with Monet and Mecca on the boat, and he's pretty much trying to bribe her. He brings out a necklace, put her around a necklace. Oh, you got me a necklace. Fake is acting on the planet, or she actually reminds me of Tasha when they do that. When they try to play surprise, they make this dumb look. They got this dumb look on their face, and then they just completely give it all away. That's why I don't understand how Mecca then don't understand what's going on right here. But for the most part, he's trying to bribe her and get her on his side, and like, okay, maybe we should slow down on killing Lorenzo because we gotta, as we know, we as the audience know, they don't know yet. Mecca's a snitch. Global snitching. Get the art of global snitching. Big time GOAT. And I'm guessing he probably is not allowed to really take anybody out. And that's why he's trying to hold off on taking out Lorenzo. And he's pretty much bringing it up to her. And she's like, oh, why are you being so hesitant now? And he's trying to sit there and give her all this bull like, hey, I'm being hesitant. I'm not being hesitant. I still want to do it. We just don't have an alibi. We don't have a plan. But you should have Kane do it. And right then and there, when he said, oh, you should have Kane do it, I was like, oh, man, he gonna try to put her against her own son. She really about to take this man out. Because as the audience, we see exactly how she's acting towards him. I don't know, these dudes be blind to the way that Monet be acting towards him, Lorenzo and him. But we see that she's not really feeling it. She kind of just told him, hey, we're going to take Lorenzo out. So Mecca let Kane go, and they can come up with a plan to take Mecca out in the end. So to keep everyone on the same page, they got to make sure Kane is really believing that he's about to take out his pops. And Kane, when he first heard from Monet, he like, hell no, that's a dumbass idea. Like, I'm not doing that. That's my pops at the end of the day. And Monet got him to agree with what the plan was, or to go with the plan, I should say, mainly because Kane can't stand that nigga Tariq for the most part. Anytime Tariq is doing something, he always worried about what Tariq got going on. He wants to one up Tariq in every way. And when she was like, Tariq took out his own pops. Yeah, he killed his own dad. And Kane like, what? Oh yeah, say less. I got this. And Kane ass is funny. He one of the biggest haters in the Power universe. But I fucks with him a little bit. But for the most part, that's how she gets him on board. And Kane is pretty much talking to Tariq, and he's like, hey, this is what, like, I'm gonna knock this shit out. Like, if you can do it, pretty much I can do it. And Tariq like, nigga, don't act like you know what you're doing. Don't act like you know what's going on, because after this happened, it's gonna change your life forever. And just take a look at Kane's face right here in this scene. You can tell Kane is scared shitless. He does not want to take out his own pops. So moving forward to the Tariq's case, they call in and like, hey, we have an eyewitness. It was going to be Trace, but he ended up being sick. Trace is Braden's brother, but we got another eyewitness that can testify to the same stuff. And lo and behold, they bring in Braden. Tariq is kind of nervous at this point because you can see the flashbacks going on throughout the episode. Throughout that scene, and it shows him telling Braden like, yeah, Jabari needed to die. Like, he was doing too much. The nigga was doing too much. And that's the only thing that was running through Tariq's head. The only thing that was running through his head was how open he's been with Braden as of late, especially. So Braden knows everything. He can blow up everything for the most part. And Tariq could possibly fall for this. And Tariq is like, he's nervous, kind of like, damn. Like, what if he take me out? And to be honest, I was kind of nervous for Tariq. I'm like, damn. But as we seen the trailer beforehand, me seeing Tariq outside with a piece, I knew that this case was going to have to go in his way for the most part, in his favor. So after a point, I'm like, okay, ain't no way Braden finna snitch on Tariq. So Braden goes in there, and Jenny Sullivan starts asking him questions, and Braden pretty much blows up the whole thing. He's like, I know Tariq didn't kill Officer Ramirez, and he didn't kill Professor Jabari Reynolds. And the judge is like, hey, stay on topic. And she's like, oh, stay on topic. And she's confused. She's thinking that she got this sealed, and like, okay, yeah, I finally nailed him. Tariq is out of here. Braden blows up the whole course correct situation, pulls out the proof like, hey, I know he wasn't dealing drugs on campus because it was me dealing drugs on campus. And he, like I said, he pulls out the proof that he's the owner of Course Correct. And remember back when Tariq had him sign it over, so he can get have a legit business for the most part and have legit money, so so the courts can see that, so he can get his baby girl, his sister Yaz. And this right here showed that Braden was a real one. It showed that Braden was a real one. So now that Tariq's case is over, he's nervous. He's talking to Effie. He's like, man, I don't know what's going on. I was like, after this case is up, after today, my baby sister Yaz, like, the way my pops got it set up, since he pretty much got in trouble beforehand and went to jail, she's gonna get adopted, and changing the name and everything, he was never gonna be able to find her again. And he's telling Effie for the most part, like, and it shows that he really putting his trust into Effie, even though he don't really know what Effie really been doing behind his back for the most part. But he showed that he trusts Effie. He's like, hey, can you find my sister? Like, if something happens to me for the most part, are you gonna be able to give me your word to find my sister and make sure she all right? And to me, that showed me that he trusted her a lot. I just wish he seen what the audience seen and what we seen, because then when he finds out what happened with Lauren, oh yeah, that little trust gonna be thrown out the window. So she better take care of it now. And I mean, wish the best for her, because her time gonna come. But lo and behold, the half smart chicken head Tasha. No, I was just playing. But Tasha back. We finally get to see Tasha on screen again. You know, she got new hairdo and stuff. She look good. She look good over there. Still can't stand your ass, Tasha, for what you did to my boy Ghost. But all biasness aside, Tariq and Tamika pulled it off. They got a way Tariq had a way to be able to see his mom, know she was all right, and had a way to make sure Yaz was going to be all right. They reunited Yaz and Tasha together, so Tasha will be able to care for her. She got to move again, because now that Tariq knows where she at, they can't risk that. And Tariq knows, as long as he's in the game and he's around Yaz or moms Tasha, ain't no way they're gonna be safe. So it hurts Tariq. You could tell by the look on his face, even when he was sitting in the truck. And I think Tasha knew he was sitting in the truck, and she looked at the back window and smiled, like, I know he back there somewhere. He probably just can't get out. But yeah, Tasha's back, and she's gonna be able to take care of Yaz, which I was wondering why she couldn't do that in the first place, or why Yaz was even going through the courts, which didn't make any sense to me for the most part. But hey, it is what it is. Yaz gonna be able to grow up good, hopefully, because Tasha taught Tariq the game. We never know, man. She might pull the same stunt one day when Yaz get older. Who knows? So moving forward, Tariq is kind of salty. He's like, "Hey, Braden, has my phone been used, a scanner, to take out drugs?" This is where he finds out that Diana got him for the drugs. He asked Braden, "Hey, what's going on with Lauren? Like, she get away all right?" And Braden pretty much lied to him to his face for the most part, and tell him, "Yeah, she drove off without me, so I don't know." That was a mistake, because at some point in season 3, Tariq will find out. But yeah, like I said, that was a mistake. And then Tariq is pretty much having a conversation with Effie, and is like, I'm alone. I feel alone. Yeah, I called Lauren. I just hope she's all right. She wasn't even supposed to be a part of this. And Tariq is feeling it. I really wonder what's going to happen in season 3 about this. So make sure y'all hit that, when y'all hit that comment section, give me your ideas on what you think will happen regarding Tariq, Lauren, and the Effie Braden situation. So Tariq and Kane meet up, because they got a plan. They got to go ahead, and Kane thinks he's taking out his pops. But little they know, Tariq knows we just here to take out Mecca's crew. The Mecca's crew going to be here. And Tariq, I think he knows that Kane has something to do with Lauren. So, hey, you know my girl Lauren? And Kane tried to, like, push it off and talk about how fine Effie was. But, yeah, after that, they end up getting out the car. They go in there. Kane is nervous as shit, because he thinks he's still taking out his pops. And honestly, when he could have had a good shot on him, but Tariq like, hey, stop, don't shoot him. We're here to take out Mecca's crew, so that's what we're gonna do. And that's what they did. They took out Mecca's crew, and yeah, they got up out of there. But Drew was supposed to be there, and somehow Drew was not there, because he was too busy dealing with Ev and not paying attention or following the plan. And that caught up with him. Drew got caught up by Carlito and one of his boys, and they was whooping Drew's ass, to be honest. I'm like, oh my God, Drew can't fight. As he was getting his ass kicked, and he was looking like Tariq for a little bit. But yeah, he was getting his ass kicked, and thank God Kane came through to save the day, because he was talking to Lorenzo, and he's like, oh, where's Drew? And Kane like, oh, I think I know where he at. So Kane pull up on Drew, start kicking Carlito ass, beat his ass for the most part. And Carlito's homie was giving Drew the business too. About to shoot him till Kane kicked his head like a soccer ball. So Drew was about to kill him afterwards, but Kane like, nah. We're gonna put his ass in the trunk. Pop's got a good idea for him. So I'm sure that they killed him. We didn't see it on screen, but just like we didn't see the Lauren death on screen, I'm sure that Carlito and his boy dead now. So meanwhile at Mecca's place, he's saying like, hey, gonna be a delay on the jet. We got to get some gas. But I think he was kind of waiting to pretty much take out Tariq and Monet. And he also hit up his one of the officers is like, hey, which we know is Blanca Rodriguez, y'all. Blanca Rodriguez is back. But he hit up one of the officers like, hey, my cover's blown, and telling her the whole little spiel to get up there for the most part. She's running late, obviously, and he lets Tariq up. He sees Tariq on a camera. He lets him up, and as soon as about to start letting him up, he starts touching on his back where his piece is at his gun. And Monet was like, yeah, let him up and don't move. So then he turns around and like, oh, she got a gun on me. He tried to suck her into, oh, I loved you all this time. I'll do anything for you. And try to make her feel bad about, oh, Zeke don't care for you no more. He can't stand you. And if you kill his father, he really not going to be able to stand you. Monet's like, cut that shit out. I'm not trying to hear that. You go. Don't take no more steps forward. Mecca move forward a little bit more. Try to keep sweet talking her. And like I said, she said, fuck it, and took him out. Now here we are. The GOAT of global snitching. He out. After all this time, it finally caught back up with him. So Tariq gets up to the room. He looks on the floor. You see Mecca bloody. He dead. And Monet tried to get herself out of it because she knows that he owed Tariq that $2 million. And I think she did that on purpose. Well, I don't know if she did it on purpose, but it seems a little sketchy. She killed him knowing Tariq was looking for him to be alive a little longer just for that wire transfer or that $2 million. But she tried to make up an excuse that, oh, he was pressing me. He's going to kill you when you got up here, and he's going to kill me right after. Don't know if he's going to kill her right after if she didn't pull the gun on him. But, yeah, she ended up hitting Tariq with that, and she's like, but hey, if you want out the game, you can be out the game because you kept your promise to me, and I'm going to keep my promise to you. And Tariq's like, I didn't get the money that I was expecting to get, and so we both going to need each other for now. So when that's all said and done, the police pull up, and lo and behold, Blanca Rodriguez, she pops in, and she was the person that Mecca was heading to. So that was Mecca was her CI, and it's wild that how all these tie together. But yeah, one of the other detectives, they pull up some footage from the lobby because all the footage inside the house was gone, inside the condo was gone. So then they pull up some footage from the lobby, and there we go. We see Tariq caught on there. So in season 3, I just know that she's gonna be chasing around on Tariq. She gonna want to nail him, just like Sax was wanting to nail James St. Patrick Ghost. He was never able to catch him, never able to, even when he planted evidence on him, nothing was ever able to stick. And I feel like that's kind of how it's gonna be with Blanca and Tariq. Like she's gonna be chasing after Tariq, and I just don't feel like she's actually gonna ever catch up with Tariq, at least not in the foreseeable future. But Tariq is caught on camera for the most part out in the lobby, and Mecca's dead. So, hey, put 2 and 2 together. Every time Tariq is around, someone end up dying. So back at home, Lorenzo pretty much is telling her, like, Diana's at home. And he pretty much telling her, like, what's in the bag? I know you looked in the bag. And she ended up telling him, like, there's a few papers or whatnot, and it was showing the accounts for all of her, and herself included, the accounts of all of the kids and Monet to pretty much take off and live happily ever after with Dante Spears, supposedly. And that pissed Lorenzo off. So Lorenzo didn't stick to the plan, and he like, okay, I'm gonna put a bullet in him. I'm the head of the house. I'm gonna go up there and do it myself. So he goes up to Mecca's little spot, and where the meetup was supposed to be at, and he sees his car pull up. The car, who hops up the car is Zeke, but he doesn't see that. He just see a man walking, and he's like, okay, he's solo and with no passenger. Yeah, you ain't getting away. And let him have it. He start firing, and all you hear is it's a bunch of shots. I think it was like 5 or 6 shots, and one of them hit, and boom, it was Zeke. He was laid out, and he didn't get a chance to go up there and like obviously make sure he finished him off, which we know Zeke is dead because I mean we finished the episode. Zeke is dead. But like I said, after he shot him, he got up out of there, and he's thinking this whole time, yeah, I took Mecca out. We good. Don't worry about it. So they made it, y'all. The next day, they're all sitting around. I mean, they're eating dinner that night, or eating breakfast, I should say. And they're all sitting around there watching the news. And it shows on the news how Mecca, and it shows and says on the news how Mecca was killed in his penthouse. So if Mecca was killed in his penthouse and gunned down in his penthouse, then who the hell did Lorenzo kill? Which we know is Zeke, but Lorenzo's in his head like, damn, who the fuck did I shoot and kill? Lo and behold, Monet is looking for, where is Zeke? Where is Zeke? Where is Zeke? I'm like, damn, she gonna put two and two together ASAP. But she never did. She just think Zeke needs to take time and he's out on his own. Lorenzo's looking like, damn, I fucked up. I don't know who the fuck I killed. And I think he may have had an idea that he may have taken out Zeke. Because the way he was looking at Monet sitting at that table, it was kind of like, damn, now I got the Zeke secret. So then the phone starts to ring. Monet goes pick it up, and it's Detective Whitman. Whitman's like, hey, is this Monet Tejada? And she's like, yeah. And he pretty much lets her know, like, yeah, your son Zeke the Freak, he dead. He died. And Monet's face just dropped. And obviously the episode ended. And what I want to know is, will Monet ever find out that Lorenzo was the one that killed Zeke? I think Lorenzo kind of knows already, especially after Monet brings it up. Because she's going to bring it up at some point, like, Zeke is dead, y'all. And when that's her for the most part, I wonder if she ever going to find out that Lorenzo was the one to take him out. And you know Diana be putting two and two together sometimes, so she might even, like, okay, Pops told him he going to go here, and maybe it was Zeke there instead of Mecca, because obviously Mecca was killed in his penthouse. But you guys let me know what you think in the comment section below. Do you think in season 3 at some point Monet will find out that it was Lorenzo that killed her son Zeke or not? But again, you guys, I appreciate all the love and support you guys been showing me. Oh, and by the way, at 359 subscribers, we now at 391. Appreciate it. Give a round of applause to everybody. Like I said, I really appreciate you guys. Love you guys, man. Keep supporting the page. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button to always receive more power content from me and content in general. And yeah, we got PowerBook 4.4s. It's on the way. It happened last night, and I'll be dropping a video for you guys a little bit later on that. Let's get it, y'all. I'm out.